foul. That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Beantown.
Michael,
Watch.
are you ready for some football?
I love the Patriots.
Wow, I am very dumb for predicting that this team would go 10-7. I am very dumb. I should have known better. I really should have known better. The fact that he hasn't really made much moves in the last 2 seasons, this season and last season counting, I should have saw this coming, man. Last year, we predicted them to be 6-11, 5-12. The year before that, when Mike and I did that bet, he predicted them 5-11. Then he went 5-12. I think I had them at 11 wins the year they made the playoffs. But after that season, I should have known, man. I really should have known better. Where do they go from here? That's the big question. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jesse Almeida here on YouTube and from Beantown Takes, back again with another video, and we are reacting to this is the end for the New England Patriots. Now, as I was just mentioning, where do they go from here? Well, there's no point of going for the playoffs, honestly. Mac Jones has clearly lost it. I don't know what's going on with Mac Jones. He looked good in his first year. Last year, I gave him the excuse of the offensive coordinator and that Bill Belichick screwed him up. I thought for sure with Bill O'Brien coming in to New England and finally having an offensive-minded offensive coordinator for him, that he would do better. I thought the addition of Juju for Jacoby Myers was good. That hasn't looked out good. There was a point in time where players would come over to New England and they would get better. That is now flip-flopped. Now players are coming over here and they're looking worse. Is that the coach's fault? Or is that the players around them? And by the players around him, I'm meaning Mac Jones. Because Mac Jones, he's still young. He's 25. But let's be honest. Can he recover from this? I have no idea if he can or not. Now, I will say this. The offensive line has looked awful this season. However, Mac Jones' decision-making in terms of passing the ball, not there. Clearly, he's frustrated. Clearly, something's going on in his head. I feel bad for him somewhat, because at the end of the day, he did have big shoes to fill in with Tom Brady. And maybe that pressure's getting to him. I don't know. Maybe that pressure's getting to him. But I think the Patriots have to pull out the tanks. Again, I'm not rooting for them to lose, obviously. But I think the best thing for this franchise is to go for the draft and get the pick. It's okay to be a fan of the team and say, hey, this team needs a tank. In order for us to get back to where we once were, we need to pick good in the draft and spend some money. Because right now, they're nowhere near a Super Bowl anytime soon. And how much longer does Bill Belichick have? That's a question you should be asking also. Is he on the hot seat? I think he should be on the hot seat. Because I think the regression of Mac Jones does fall on Bill Belichick some way, somehow. Again, he was good the first season. How does he fall this drastically in 2 seasons? Because the first year he was good, but then the last 2, he hasn't been good at all. And Belichick's roster construction definitely plays a factor in that also. Tell me he's the greatest coach all you want, but ever since Tom Brady left, what has he done? Even in Tom Brady's final year in New England, he didn't surround Tom Brady with much talent, and they still somehow made the playoffs. A lot of people make excuses for Bill Belichick. But I think it's time to look at the main guy. It's time to look at the main guy of that team. And that's Bill Belichick. We're going to react to this video here. Shout out to J&D Productions for bringing out this banger. I'll leave their links in the description down below. Leave a thumbs up on this video here if you guys enjoy these type of videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The links in the description down below. Without further ado, let's hop straight into this video.
The New England Patriots are garbage. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. No, but for real, this team is terrible. Every single week, I come on here, and it seems like I rant about the exact same thing, but it's bad. The Patriots are now heading into their bye week as the, I think, third worst team in the NFL right now, which frankly is just impressive. Usually with teams going into a bye, it's a good time to get things right and just, figure things out. Instead, it's probably just gonna be a drama-filled mess for the New England Patriots. Like, there's nothing going right with this team.
Let's look at the owner, too. I gotta stay consistent. I'm giving the owners crap on the Red Sox right now. Let's look at Robert Kraft. What are you doing? Spend some money. Spend. And I think you picked the wrong guy. You picked the coach over the quarterback. I think you should have picked the quarterback over the coach. Bad look. Bad look for him also.
And there's really nothing that you can fix to really affect this team winning or losing in the upcoming weeks. They really should just lose out at this point. Now, I will say it's been quite the season for the New England
Not rooting
Patriots.
for it, but that's what they should do.
The Patriots are now 2-8 and one of the worst teams in football, and it feels like they're purposely trying to be that. And frankly, I'm okay with that, because if the season were to end today, they'd have the 3rd overall pick. Top 3. We are finally top 2 pick, baby. Now, with the top 3 pick, there is a very, very real possibility that the Patriots use that pick to get a quarterback at the draft, because it's been another rough season for Mac Jones. And it hasn't just been rough, it's really been a falling out, not only statistically, but with the locker room. It feels like he's totally lost.
That's a thing too. Rumors have it that he has completely lost the locker room, and guys aren't even looking at him. And then Bill Belichick benching him on the final drive last week against Indianapolis when they were only down 4 sends a huge message. They're all done with him. They're all done with Mac.
Nobody seems to have belief in this kid anymore, and it really does hurt to see. But at the same time, even if you took out all the negative things the Patriots have done to kind of hold Mac Jones back, you can isolate Mac Jones's mistakes, and he alone is making enough mistakes for this team to keep on losing. And you can't have your quarterback making that many mistakes. Like, if it was perfect, could he be great? Absolutely. But it's not, and he's also not great right now. And frankly, it sucks to see, because, the Patriots had a really bad offense last year, and it was all put on, Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, etc. So this season, they said, F it, we're gonna bring in a new offensive coordinator. They brought in Bill O'Brien to be the new OC in New England, and a lot of people really expected him to be the savior of the offense, and he really hasn't been. The Patriots are still just so bad, and so is Mac Jones. Last season, Mac had 15 total touchdowns and 12 turnovers in 14 games. It was rough, but somehow it's gotten even worse. In 10 games
I could not have
season,
predicted that.
Mac Jones has 10 total touchdowns to 12 turnovers. He's been playing so bad this season that he's been getting benched left and right. At the end of the loss to the Colts on Sunday, Mac Jones was benched for Bailey Zappi, and that marked the 3rd time this season that Mac Jones had been benched for Bailey Zappi. It's not pretty when your starting quarterback consistently gets benched for your backup, who frankly I don't really think is that good. That leaves a lot of questions for the Patriots quarterback situation. And right now, there are 2 other quarterbacks on the Patriots roster. That's Bailey Zappi and Will Greer. There's also, Malik Cunningham somewhere in there. Personally, that's who I would really like to see get some snaps.
Me too.
But even he is going to be super raw and rough to watch behind center. But really, none of those guys are probably going to be the future for the New England Patriots. I mean, I guess you never know, but I really don't think Bailey Zappi is. I think he's a backup at best. And Will Greer hasn't really shown that he can be anything more than a backup his entire career. career. I really don't think any of those guys truly give the Patriots a better chance to win this season. I really think this season is already doomed. Now, I think what does suck is that, you have these other quarterbacks that you could throw out there, but you're still going to suck and lose. So is it worth benching Mac and having these other guys suck it up? Or is it worth having Mac out there for the rest of the season and just kind of losing out with him? I don't really know. I truly think that regardless of who you throw out there, you're likely going to lose out. They do play the New York Giants.
That is the only one where I look at and say, yeah, they can probably win that. But again, you can't beat New Orleans. You can't beat Indianapolis. You can't beat the Vegas Raiders. You can't beat the Washington Redskins or the Commanders or whoever the hell they are. Who are you going to beat? Who are you going to beat? I watched Felger and Maz, and they put this next game in the correct way. It's the toilet bowl. Both teams need to lose. It's as simple as that. It's gone bad for the Patriots. It's gone very bad. It's actually gone worse for the Patriots than the Red Sox. And that's hard for me to say, really.
By this upcoming
weekend. I hate to admit that, but it's true.
Maybe they might be able to get a win because those two teams have just been fucking atrocious.
And I hate the Red Sox right now.
But after that, it really doesn't get any prettier. They play the Chargers, who have had their own struggles and terrible coaching of their own. They'll probably lose to them. The Steelers have been rough, but their defense is good, so they'll probably make Mac Jones shit himself and throw 5 picks. They're going to lose to the Chiefs because the Chiefs are going to put up way too many points, and the Patriots, as you know, this season can't score any touchdowns. They play the Broncos, who are getting hot, and then they play the Bills and the Jets to end the season. Bills have had their struggles, and so have the Jets. It doesn't matter. The Patriots still suck and are going to lose. This is a team that will likely lose out and only win 2 games this season. At least that's what I'm hoping happens, because this is not a team that needs to hold on to anything. This is a team that really needs to just knock it down and start from scratch. And a new quarterback is going to be a good start, but it's really starting to seem like the fresh head start is going to come at head coach, which I can't believe I'm saying, but the Bill Belichick era is coming to an end.
I agree with that, too.
And it's not like, maybe Bill Belichick won't come back, maybe he will. Like, this is pretty damn solidified.
So, here's my thing on Bill Belichick. At bare minimum, next season, you take his GM role away. You have to. I am not giving him this next upcoming draft. No way. Not doing that. That is bare minimum. He should not be the GM of this team next year. Bare minimum. And I don't necessarily think the defense on this team right now is that bad. I really don't think it is. They're just put in bad situations because the offense sucks. I like Duggar. I like Peppers. I like the cornerback core that they have. It's unfortunate Christian Gonzalez went down. But I like him. Matthew Judon. The defense is good. But the offense is so bad where the defense is a no factor. So if you want to fix the offense, I don't give him this offseason. Alright, you guys. I'm editing up this video right now. And I wanted to add this little pointer here too. Because this video right here was recorded a week ago. So there's this topic as well that I want to get across. Right here, I was talking about how Bill Belichick's offensive roster construction is not great whatsoever. And this year and last year, and you could even say the Cam Newton year, goes to prove that. And I even mentioned, too, in the beginning of the video that Brady's last year before he went to Tampa Bay, too, that offense wasn't great, too. But because you had Tom Brady, you were still able to make it to the postseason. I want to add this in there, too, because from top to bottom on the offensive side of the ball, Bill Belichick cannot, and I mean cannot, construct a team anymore. He was able to do it back in the day because guys like Randy Moss and all of them wanted to come over here and play with Tom Brady. Antonio Brown, you could even say, even though that stint was short, top-tier talent in the offensive side of the ball wanted to come here to play with Tom Brady. Now they don't. So, in order for you to have an offense, you have to pay for those guys now because you don't have a guy where players are willing to take pay cuts to come play for you. From top to bottom, his roster construction in terms of the offense is horrible. The Patriots and the Giants game just ended, and the kicker, Chad Ryland, who he drafted in the 4th round this year, missed the game-tying field goal. And who does he trade away at the beginning of the season to give him that spot? Nick Folk, who, by the way, is money when it comes to field goals. He rarely misses. He gave up Nick Folk just because he wanted to save himself a little bit of money and go with the rookie. Unacceptable. Time to take his GM duties away.
At this point that at the end of this season, it's very likely that Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots part ways and he goes and coaches somewhere else.
Any other team, he would have been fired
but at
already.
This point, man, it's warranted. He's just been so bad post Tom Brady, and it honestly just might be time to move on from him. I love Bill Belichick. I love what he's done in the past, but right now this team is not winning, and it's not good enough. And I think a lot of the reason is because of Bill Belichick's GM ability. Bill Belichick is great at finding value later in the draft, but when it comes to those really valuable picks at the top end, it feels like he doesn't know what he's doing. He always trains down for more value, and that's great because you can fish in the 2nd, 3rd round for guys that are going to potentially build up to be these great talents. I'm not saying that only talented players come from the 1st round, but damn, if you have a top 5 pick, I don't know if I trust Bill Belichick to make the right decision there.
Isn't that what I just said?
The thing about Bill Belichick's recent tenure in New England is that when it comes to making the right choices for the team, it feels like he's still having that I gotta prove people wrong mentality of doing the most with the least. And that's not how you're gonna win in today's NFL. Very few teams are able to win with not the best talent, and you're not gonna win a Super Bowl with not the best talent. But like I said, the Patriots are gonna move on from Bill Belichick. That's not just me saying that it might happen. Dan Orlovsky said on the Pat McAfee show that he's already heard Belichick's next stop has already even been decided, and there are a couple teams in conversation of who's, the front runner for Bill Belichick, who wants Bill Belichick next. And Gary Myers reported that one of his sources say that the Chargers are probably the favorite.
That's the one I heard too.
And honestly, the Chargers could use a new head coach, man, because Brandon Staley sucks. I'm sure there are plenty of other teams that could definitely be interested in Belichick, but the Chargers are for sure one that makes sense. If Belichick can help the Chargers figure out their defense and hire a good offensive coordinator, let me reiterate that, hire a good offensive coordinator for Justin Herbert, the Chargers could theoretically be good. Now, do they want to give him GM duties? No. Don't let him touch that. Do not let him near the GM duties. Head coach? Cool. GM? No. I do think Bill Belichick would be a massive upgrade for the Chargers over Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley has just been such a suspect head coach since coming in and taking the head coaching job for the Chargers. I really don't think that he's a good head coach, and he's not managing things correctly. This is a team that should be winning, but somehow always falls short, and the key problem there really is coaching decisions. So if you get a coach in there that knows what he's doing, that can build a competent defense, because as we know, no matter how bad the Patriots have been, the defense always seems to be good under Bill Belichick. That's his specialty, of course. So if he can come in there, fix up that defense a little bit, make it a little better, and like I said, hire a new offensive coordinator that can really...
Or if the Patriots want to stick with Bill Belichick as the coach, that's fine. But strip his GM duties away. I'd be okay with that. He remains the head coach, but his GM duties are just stripped away. I'd be fine with that, honestly. Even if that happens, that's a win for the Patriots. Go get yourself a GM who knows what he's got to do to help this team win ball games. I'd be okay with that, too.
Take Justin Herbert to the next level and take that offense to the next level, the Chargers could be really good with Bill Belichick at head coach. But again, after
something has to happen.
I sit back and think how weird it is to be talking about Bill Belichick coaching for literally any other team than the New England Patriots. I understand he coached for other teams before the New England Patriots, but take in mind, I was born in the year 2000, and Bill Belichick has been there my entire life. Literally my entire life. So that alone is crazy, and it's really just weird how much change is happening in New England right now. The glory days are far over, and it's really time to just tear it all down and have a fresh start. Hire a new coach, draft a new young quarterback, and then just go from there. Because what we've been doing since Tom Brady left back in, I think, 2020 is not working. You know, we tried to have a band-aid solution at quarterback the year before we drafted Mac Jones with Cam Newton. The following year, it was Cam Newton, Mac Jones in camp. Mac Jones beat him out in camp, ended up having a really solid rookie season, but what we saw from that 2021 team, we have yet to see over the past
I like
2
Kendrick
seasons.
Bourne back
Last
also,
year
too.
was a full disaster.
I think he's
This
good.
year's even freaking worse somehow. I don't know how, because the talent sure as hell didn't get worse, and the coaching, I think, got even better from last season, but everything else is just falling apart. This is a team that's not good enough to win in today's league, because it feels like this is a team that's just outdated with how they're going about things. Like I said, a healthy New England defense is still a good defense in the NFL, but this offense feels so bad. And a lot of that, frankly, has to do with the talent that they've put on the offense, which is little to none. Ramondre Stevenson, great. Kendrick Bourne, when healthy, great. Juju Smith-Schuster, not so great. I just think that there's a lot of things that this team could have done differently over the past 3 years that would have set them up better for success now than they've done for the past 3 years. You can tell that this is a team that's just not really put everything they've had into landing the top talent. And whether you like to believe it or not, a lot of that falls on the shoulders of Bill Belichick.
Yes.
He's the one making those final decisions when it comes to who comes on the team and who leaves the team. I just don't think he's truly done enough to help this team succeed post Tom Brady. I do think that Mac Jones is a problem, and Mac Jones is a reason why the Patriots have been losing, but I'll always come to the defense in him in this sense. It's like, if you don't give a quarterback anything to work with, how is he going to work? And that's really going to be my case for the next quarterback we get in New England. We have to immediately surround him with some sense of talent, because Mac Jones makes plenty of mistakes. Mac Jones costs the team games, absolutely. So when we get this new quarterback in there post Mac Jones, when we draft a quarterback at this upcoming draft, if we somehow manage to get the first or second overall pick to take, you know, the Caleb Williams or the Drake Mays, we have to surround him with talent. We can't expect to throw the same offense out there that Mac Jones has had to deal with and expect this team to look completely different, because any quarterback in the NFL needs a good supporting cast to succeed. Well, maybe not any, but a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL need a good supporting cast to succeed. There's still about half a season to go for New England, and I'd have to say that Belichick probably sticks around through the rest of the season, and you know, that's just what happens when you're an absolute legend. Like, the Patriots have just too much respect for him to let him go in the middle of the season. Even in a down year for the Patriots, they're all over the news for all the wrong reasons. Players getting released after legal trouble. The quarterback stinks. A head coach may be on his way out. This is not the Patriots that I grew up with. And it's over. I've come to accept that this is over. The Patriots' glory days are over, and it's going to be a while until this team sees any wins.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, a while. So I hope that the next coach that comes in is a more offensive-minded head coach. I hope you get a good young quarterback that can be the next franchise guy. And from there, it's really just going through the rebuild process. The post-Tom Brady era has for sure not been pretty. And now it's also time for the Bill Belichick era to end too. Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end of this video.
What a great video.
If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to smash that like button. And
shout out to J&D Productions, man. I'll leave his link in the description down below. He pretty much nailed it. I don't have much left to say, because what I had left to say, he pretty much said it for me. Shout out to him. What a great video. What a great video. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe now if you guys new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link's in the description down below. Yeah, Patriots just need to start over. Plain and simple. They just need to start all over. If they don't want to fire Bill Belichick, the coach, that's fine. But fire Bill Belichick, the GM. And bring in a GM who will surround the next quarterback with top-end talent. Because in order for the defense to be good, in order for defense to win games, you have to be able to score points on the offensive end too. There's this saying, defense wins championships. Sure, but the offense does also. You can't just play one side of the ball. You have to be able to play both ends of the ball. And one side of the ball for the Patriots right now is far, far, far worse than the other side of the ball. So that needs to be fixed in order for this team to even sniff the playoffs again. And then in the playoffs, obviously you guys know, anything can happen. So that's going to do it for this video here. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Jesse, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.